Hello everyone. Now let's see errors in JavaScript. Like most other languages, JavaScript also support for errors. Okay. In many cases, the code for processing error will look very familiar. Now in JavaScript also it is very familiar for you if you already know C++ language. Things are only slightly different in JavaScript because of the consequence of the language being dynamically typed. That means over here, you all know that JavaScript is a loosely typed language. That means you don't have to specify data types while declaring an array or variable. Now, array in JavaScript, there are two ways to declare array in JavaScript. Okay, this first one is to show this will show a different way of creating generic empty array. That means you are not initializing it over here, this first box. Okay, variable a is equals to just rectangle brackets. Okay, simple. After that, there is also another method to declare array. Variable a is equals to new, and you have to call a method array, which is inbuilt method of JavaScript, in which a is uppercase. Okay, and you have to use new keyword to assign memory to your array. Now this is just declaration of array. Now how to initialize it? So this is how you initialize content in your array. You just need to specify content in this rectangle braces like that. This is okay, very easy and very familiar to see in C++. Also in JavaScript this is same. In this array contains value of three different type: number, string and boolean. You can see that over here. This is number, this is string, this is floating point number with negative value, and this is boolean. Yeah, that is only difference with other languages. In other languages you cannot do that. Okay, in single array it is not possible to include all type of value, but in JavaScript it is possible. You never have to for example, this is just your exercise. Okay, so what you have to do is variable a is equals to just declare array and just find what is length of array right now. After that, initialize it with two values, and after that check for value of. Now what is the difference between array in Java and JavaScript? In JavaScript, arrays are not like Java arrays, except you don't need to specify type or size of the array. You can mix data type in the same array. You can increase the size of array after it has been created. Array indices you fill with the values don't have to be continuous. That means just in console window we have seen that I have just skip a array index of 1. So you can skip indices if you want. Okay, now here there is one interesting exercise for you related to array. In first one, user have to enter 10 numbers using prompt box, and after that your program will compute average value, and after that you just have to show how many of the values they entered above average. Okay, and next one is create a page with a script that define an array and put the string values hello, word and exclamatory sign into random array locations between 1 and 10. Now after that you will ask for user to input 3 integer numbers and check to see if they have found array locations where the 3 string values are stored. Give them a score out of 3 depending on how many they found, and show them value they uncovered using alert box. Okay, now this second exercise is for you. I have faith upon you that you will do it. Okay, now I will perform this first one exercise. So this is Notepad++. Now the first The very first thing is declaration of variable. So there is, I need I, after that I need sum variable, after that average, after that count. Okay, anything else? Okay, if needed we will cover it later. So yeah, obviously array declaration, variable array is equals to like that. Okay, we have not specify size of array yet. So first thing is using for loop. I is equals to 0, I is less than 5. That means I am iterating this loop for 5 times. Okay, within curly braces, what I will do is I will ask a user to add input. Okay, within curly braces, what will I do is I will use prompt box. Prompt enter this is nothing but just concatenation and addition of I. To get value, enter first number, enter second number, like that. Another variable, that is input. Okay, so let me just declare it over here, input, and after that I am just saving it value like that, input. But over here one important point that I have to keep in mind is that if it treat as a string, then to be sure I have to use parse integer method to convert it into integer. Okay, parse integer. So till now I have just take input from the user and saved it in my array. Now if I want to print it out, so how can I do that? Using for loop. First of all, document dot write you have entered following numbers. Okay, after that just let me give over here break. I is equals to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. Inside this for loop, nothing but just do document dot write and print out array. After that plus break. Okay, so let's just check this code. Enter first number, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, so you have entered following numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, till now it's working. Now what I have to do is perform summation. So I am using this for loop again. Now sum is equals to sum plus array I. Okay, now over here I have to initialize it with 0, otherwise it will not work, and just alert sum so we can get idea of, yeah, it's working. Okay, 10, 50, 40, 60, 70. Okay, and summation is 330. Okay, it's working. So give it as a comment. And now let's calculate average. Average is equals to sum divided by number of entered number, that is 5. Okay, now over here I have to use equals to 0. I have to assign 0 value over here. Now average is calculated. Okay, now you just need to perform again for loop to check count of how many numbers are entered by user which are less than average. Okay, so if array I is less than average, then what you have to do is just increment count. Okay, now over here in variable declaration I also have to initialize count as 0. Okay, just like that, simple. And after that put one alert message and say to the user, you have entered two numbers less than average. Okay, save this, run this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, you have entered two value numbers less than average. Yeah, average is 30, that's why. Okay, let me also alert sum, not alert sum, alert for average, so you can get idea of what is average. 45, 85, 90, 86 and fifth number is 52. So my average is 69.4. Okay, so which are the numbers which is less than 69.4 is, okay, you have entered two numbers less than average. Yeah, it is giving me correct value. So this is how you can use array in JavaScript, how you define it and how you initialize it, and how you can manipulate or access data of your array.